Hello anybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Legacy. I'm Mr. Devious, or just Deeb, and in the last episode we did just more crawling around the castle and the dungeon. We actually got to see the prize of a compass, and we got to go to Barfsville for a little while, so that was fun. And in today's episode, we are going to be going back down there and exploring a little more. So let's start off with a spelunker, in the hopes of getting even more money, and that's saying that with like $12,000. Most of which I'm immediately going to spend on maxing out our ability to get gold in the dungeon, just to get the most bang for our buck on that. Look, it's true though. Now, can we afford another part of armor? Another part of the new set? And hey, here are the dragon limbs. You get a lot of magic for those. They're heavy though. So let's just put on the Skylim armor. We might even just be skipping right over the Guardian chest, because it's heavy. But it helps that the Sky armor is a lot lighter than the Guardian armor, so it allows you to equip other stuff that might have been too heavy otherwise. So that's really nice that it lightens up on that front. And how many runes are left? 2, 4, 6. Only 6 runes left in the game. Who would have thought? Alright. It is time for us to head on in, and down into the dungeons below. As it is usually, as it shall always be. But I might also take the time to look around if I can see I can get to a question mark room easily enough, because those are very valuable to get to. Now each little bit of gold is worth a lot of money right now, with the spelunker and all the bounty runes and a gold gain that we maxed out. We are just going to be in the money. It's going to be so easy to get money now. Considering we are getting more than 2 times what we were making at the start of the game, this is going to be really, really useful. Unless we walk right into an enemy. That could hurt. That could be a detriment. Maybe. And because the Sky armor, although it is nice, it does not offer as much protection as the Guardian armor did. So that's going to make things a little more challenging, even though in the long run, it's going to be a better switch for us. It just is. It's going to be nicer. It's going to be easier on our wallets and on our bodies. You know? What am I even doing up here? Why'd I go up all this way? Yeah, I'm going back down. No. After I get the treasure chest at the top. Here we see more of EHS in effect, with these platforms just being available to open. Again, another very useful ability, especially when you're doing a castle run. And we did get some treasure. And found ourselves up here, so yeah, we can actually use this method to teleport back down to the beginning a lot more quickly. That's planning. Or I just got lucky, it's one of the two. I think we cleared out all the enemies in here, and that's another reason to just kind of clear out all the enemies your first time through a room, just so you don't have to worry about it when you're backtracking. Although I know it can be easy to forget. Very easy to forget. I'm gonna go back up and check out the question mark rooms here, because we got ourselves another compass. And it goes up. Well, ain't that just peachy? And hey, we got a bunch of bosses, mini-bosses, but because they're only in Castle Hampson, they're really easy. Now, one trick you can do here to make your life a lot easier is, since it's easier to dodge their bullets when there's both of them around, well, mostly easier, is if you get them both down low on HP and then strike them at the end to kill them really quickly, you won't have to worry about one bone man throwing them really angrily. So that's a good trick. This isn't Dark Souls, which has learned very easily how to deal with people who just weaken both bosses to make the fight easier. And if you've never played Dark Souls, I highly recommend it, unless you don't like games that punish you really, really hard. Because that game is very, very punishing. I've considered Let's Playing it. Maybe. Maybe. Not yet. The time has not come for a game like Dark Souls. That's going to be a long Let's Play. And Rogue Legacy is turning out to be a little bit longer than I thought, so my next Let's Play is probably going to be something short. We got one of the last few magic runes we're going to have to worry about. And now it's time for us to head on up. in search of treasure. The Spelunker will get us many treasure. Now, can we get in there without taking damage? I don't trust our odds. So it's back up for us. Into the Maya, possibly, by the looks of it. Although, by the shaking of the compass, it looks like we won't have to go too far. So that much is grateful, at least. Hey, Rage, check this out. Yeah, I turned my light on you. What do you think of that? Oh my god, we're making so much money, and I'm not complaining about it. It's just funny to see all this money just pouring in now. Which is one of the more satisfying parts of this game, is once the money flow really picks up, it's really satisfying. However, it doesn't make certain enemies less annoying to deal with. I know I'm going the wrong way, but there's another one of, okay, we'll have to remember this spot right here for treasure. Unfortunately, we don't have an easy way of dealing with the Hulk Guard. But on the plus side, he just wasn't that hard to deal with in the first place. Bonus points. And the mini Ponce de Leons, the Pyrite, goes down easy enough. Guard Box XL. See, even our Miner, our Spelunker, who is our weakest class in the game, I can't believe I actually fell for that Mimic, is having an easier time in the Maya. A pretty easy time. Now, is that because my skill has increased because I've been running through this area so much, or is it because our stats are just that much higher now? You tell me. Although I do think I have been getting better again. Been getting back to a good skill level here. No loose ends. No loose ends. Let's not ignore the treasure and get ourselves killed. How about that, huh? Now, even though I said it should be close, it doesn't look like it was close. Oh, this pattern's a little more challenging to discern. Oh. Oop. That could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. And it's here. It's right there. Let's kill him for posterity. And reap our rewards, Imperial Bracers, and a Sky Cape. Very nice, very wonderful, wonderful news. Woo! And, well, since we've taken care of that, we may as well, like, look for Ponce de Leon's boss door and, like, use that to teleport out of here. Except Ponce de Leon's boss door is down over here, so forget that. I'm out of here. I'm not spending all my time up in the Maya. We've been here long enough. I like it here, but, you know, I'm not going to take the damage in there. I shouldn't have jumped down that way. I should have taken the other way. Why do I make bad decisions sometimes? I don't get it. Right, and we got to pray at the Obel again. Sharon's Obel, nice. I will take that gleefully. Nearly walked right onto a spike trap. That would have been ugly. We still need to get Ponce de Leon's Obel, because his boss door's closed, as is expected. We've got 2 treasure chests in there, and I want it, but it's guarded by a Worgen, so I'm not going to deal with it right now. And I'm not dealing with that room either. So, we're just going to take the time to teleport back down into the castle area. And now it's back down to the dungeon. Incredible fun. Not gonna be that much fun for our Miner, though. He's gonna get his ass kicked. Quite brutally. It's a bad time. But it is a dungeon, or it is like an underground area, and that's what miners are good for. And I do like that the lamp head, the little lamp head, actually does do something down there. Even though it claims that the upgrade to the Spelunker doesn't actually do anything, it does. That's the reason we see all the tiles, all the treasures on the map, and that's the reason that the underground is easier to see in, and it's nice. It's nice. It's not like so hard to see in the dungeon that it's unplayable, but it is nice to just have a little more visual clarity down there. And there's nothing in here. Dead end. But it looks like we're not too far off from Kidder's boss door, so let's go over there. Probably see some enemies that we didn't find. Yep, there's a zombie. The zombie dead now, which was... took a careless hit. Whatever. Whatever. No worries. Not worried. Because now, we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of meat. A little bit more money. And there's treasure. Whoop. Since we're in here, I'm gonna go and get it. Wouldn't it be funny if I died out here, like, right before going into the Maya? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Ha ha ha. Well, I avoided dying. For this long, at least. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought we killed him, but we didn't. And there's nothing else really over this way, so I'm gonna head back. Ooh, not smart. And we're dead, before we even really got to go in the Maya. Well, that's just peachy keen. Well, no big deal. Not a biggie. Now, are there any abilities that we haven't shown off yet? I don't really want to play any of these dudes, so I'm gonna re-roll it again. And we're not gonna be the giant mage because they're just gonna get hit a lot. So, we're gonna be the Hokage, the gay Hokage, Sir Lancelot. He sure likes the lance, if you know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. That was inappropriate. I'm not actually sorry. That's sorry, because no. Never mind. Never mind, ignore me. Ignore my silly things that I say. Now, what do we want to upgrade? Since we do have the money to do something, even though we do have Sharon Zobel, I guess technically I should just buy this since it's the most expensive thing, and then not even worry about spending money because we're going to use Sharon Zobel to try and get ourselves some more money in there to stack up to buy one of the more expensive things. But we were already able to afford, like, basically the most expensive thing, so I took advantage of it. So now that we're fast, it is time for us to make a mass killing. It's time for a Mook horror show. A Mook horror show is a trope in media where basically the hero basically makes a horror movie out of the Mooks. It's usually toward the end of a movie or a game where it's like there's just a whole crowd getting totally mowed down by the one character, and usually you hear the line, "He's just one man!" Something like that. Before you know, they all get annihilated. And we found ourselves Kidder's boss door. As is routine. As is routine. It's all in the... There were a lot of guard boxes in there. Yeah, that's a lot of guard boxes. I don't even care. We got shot by one of them. It would have been cool to get hit by none of them. And I got hit by one of them. I'm not allowed to be cool. I'm not allowed to show off when I Let's Play. It always goes wrong. It always goes silly. But whatever. That's fine. Because now we're gonna go back down. We're gonna start heading back down to try and get back into the Land of Darkness. Where we belong. Where we need to go. Popping into rooms occasionally to see if there might be anything in them. Any kind of talismans or shrines to pray for assistance at. Because it's just always kind of worth it to check those things out. The money in the castle area is just not really that worth it, though. Because your payout in the castle is dramatically decreased. Like, you're lucky to get a couple bags of gold, whereas down in the dungeons, it's really common. But we do have a couple mini-bosses here, so let's kill them. It's so funny to just go back into these areas and fight the old mini-bosses and just kill them with relative ease. It's really satisfying, again, like I was saying. And because the rewards are always the same, unless they're money, they can still be really good in the old areas. You can still get, like... You can still get a fair amount of money. You can still get permanent stat upgrades. But you get better equipment and better money down if you beat a mini-boss in the harder areas, obviously, because they give you higher level chests. That's how it works. And what have we gotten? We have gotten ourselves the Sky Rune. That's a flying rune. This might be the episode where we get all of the runes in the game. It's quite possible. None of them are that hard to get, unless we just can't physically get it. And Chakram is good for just clearing out the hallway, even though it did slope downwards, so its effect was mitigated, I will admit. I will admit. But thankfully, we have been able to make quite a bit of progress down through the castle. One of these fireball rooms. This is a very trap-heavy room. I do not like it. It's hard. By which I mean not very hard at all. And for our trouble, more money. More money is always nice. And even more money. Not much, but more. We're already up to 7,000 again. I mean, obviously it helps that I was able to get the stuff, that I was able to get the money from the previous run, saved over most of it. Although our haggle ability is really high now, at 50%, so technically speaking, the Opal, though valuable, isn't as valuable as it once used to be, since we save so much money as it is. Like, don't get me wrong, if you have a ton of money and you can't spend it on anything, Sharon's Opal is still like a top ace token you can get. But you know what I'm trying to get at, I'm sure. For now, though, we need to get back over and descend back down. Find our way that we need to go to descend into the dark lands below. I need to put back on the vampire rune or something because I'm getting hurt out here, and I don't quite like it. And there is difficulty descending, even though descending does get you down there faster. As I was saying in like the earlier episodes of the LP, going down is faster, but it's harder to deal with enemies on the way down. And that's the challenge that comes with approaching the Land of Darkness, which we found, but we're not going to head into just yet because I want to find the entrance that actually has the food in it. In my experience, it's easy to find the Land of Darkness. It's easiest to find the Land of Darkness without finding this particular room first. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's just the way it feels. And we're already kind of hurting a little bit because since we're descending, we deal with the same problems I was just outlining a couple seconds ago. The flow of battle is against you going down. It is more challenging. I should really use the Hokage's ability to teleport more often, but I'm not great at the timing on it, sadly. You, however, are going to be going down in just a second. Your balls have survived, though. I wish I could destroy them, but I can't. And mages for all of their trouble. Could be worse. Anything over here? Doesn't look like it. We're really hurting for health, though, so hopefully we'll be able to find some food or something. Thankfully, Chakram is a good, reliable ability. I don't know if I've said it before, but I think it might be my favorite spell in the game, just for how good it is at doing a lot of damage to a lot of enemies. It can do, like, a lot of damage to one enemy, or it can do, like, you know, a fair amount of damage to all the enemies on screen if it has a chance to pass through them. And we got bashed on the head by a chain ball. Done in by a projectile. Not without killing a lot of enemies, though. It's nice because most of our classes are now considered divine because of these good runs. And I didn't check the time yet, but I'm gonna. Okay, because I think we still have, like, at least one more in us. Yeah, we're still good for time, though. And what will I play as? Well, we haven't seen Farsighted yet, or Nearsighted, so let's just show it off. Even though it is kind of frustrating to deal with, we may as well show it off. And also max out our potion up ability. Hello, sir. Imperial armor is over here. Imperial limbs is expensive, but it is good. It's just a nice step up, slightly heavier than the sky limbs, but all around better. We're also getting really close to the final row of equipment, or the final column of equipment, but we're not there yet. Also, as you can see, yes, the Sky Cape gives you extra jumps. 2 extra double jumps, which is very, very nice. And how are we doing for runes? There's 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 runes left. We've almost got them all. I'm sorry, that was a little annoying. I'm sorry if that was a little annoying. And since we are a barbarian, I will put back on the rune for vampirism. Because why not? They have a lot of health, and if we can do anything to even get back a little amount of that health for all the enemies we are killing, it adds up in a meaningful way. Hence, here we are. But oh man, Nearsighted, it doesn't limit you as much as I remember it doing, at least. But it is still kind of tricky to deal with. Just kind of having blurry peripherals. And we're small, too, so that's gonna be fun. Thankfully, since we're so big and we've upgraded the healing properties of like all of our food and mana, we get back a lot of HP from the meat. And this is also added onto by the fact that we are a barbarian and the meat is percentage based. And the potions too, but we're not really worried about the potions so much now, are we? Get ourselves some money. Heading over here. Not too much to worry about. Having a good time. Aside from this blurry thing, the blurry thing is kind of... It makes it a little harder to actually... It does make it harder to kind of see what's going on and plan around it. But it could be worse. It could always be worse. And I know I could go and get this treasure chest, so I'm going to. You thought I wasn't going to go get it. But I do want treasure. I do like treasure. And I will get back HP where I can. And for our trouble. Alright. Well done. Oh wait, is the forest right next to... The forest is low and it's right next to the dungeons. The Land of Darkness, once more we have returned to deal with its dark lands of trouble and danger, and holy crap, this room is intense. We're just not gonna worry about it then. Yeesh. Alright, let's just take care of this one thing at a time. Just kind of take it at a fair pace. I think you are stuck. This is a good time to have Dwarfism, when there's all these bullets flying through and you just need to get back and just get, you know, weave between a lot of shots. As you can see here, it's very, very useful. Even though I should not just be standing there taking the hits, I know, that was reckless. It's easy to do that when you're a barbarian. It's easy to just think, oh, I'm just gonna tank hits until I win. It's a very easy mindset to get into. Don't judge me. Ugh. And I'm just trying to kill you for posterity's sake. Well, that could have gone a little better. But we still have over half our health, so, you know. Could be worse than it is. Still a good idea to kind of be on the lookout for meat. Also, I might be crazy, but I think most of the rooms are larger down in the dungeon. Maybe I'm nuts. Come on, Rage. Get over here. got some mana back. Oh boy. So there was nothing really down there. It was just kind of a delayed trap. That was pretty easy to avoid, all things considered. Back down in here. Oh boy, we got more earth mages. You know how I feel about earth mages. They're tough, they're challenging, they're frustrating to deal with. And I should have shouted, but didn't have quite so much luck there. Come on. Any meat inside? Nope. And up here, oh, we immediately got run over by a horse. Not good, not good at all. I mean, we're clearing out the rooms, but we're losing a lot of HP in the process. We did find the boss door, however. And thankfully, we get back 60 HP. Not an insignificant amount. We're not ready to fight the boss right now, though, because we're too badly injured. Unfortunately, we did not find any more meat. We could go back up to the teleport above to just kind of take some time to heal a little more, but I don't want to do that just yet. Because our goal is to... Well, we got a little bit of food. And we were able to down thrust the horse into death. And there was more food. We might be recovering more quickly than I thought. Alright. And he's dead. Could have sworn that was going to go worse, mind, but it didn't. And for that I am grateful. And that one is taken care of. This room was kind of challenging with all the spikes. That's a defeat all enemies room. In the dungeon. Let's pray. And we got ourselves Hyperion's Ring, so we are going to be able to come back to life once. By which I mean we're going to get one Death Defy. So that's good to know. Hopefully I don't just get careless and immediately kill myself. Whoop. And he is dead and taken care of. Alright, defeating all the enemies though, this is gonna be a challenge. Okay. Let's just shout. Clear out some bad dudes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Get him out of here. Unfortunately, they don't trigger the foot traps down at the bottom. That would be really nice. But we're not that lucky. That would be nice. That would be really nice. And we're down to our last. We're down to our last hit, even though we got, like, we have the opportunity to come back from the grave. I mean, even so, we survived. But Death Defy, and now we're back with not a huge amount of HP. But we've gotten rid of, like, the main issues, almost. Damn it! Alright. Now the remaining threats are not going to be so big. Not so big at all. Assuming we can deal with them. Come on. Blue bite. Whoop. Whoop. Get a little bit of HP back from that. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to see these dudes and react accordingly. It is challenging, and we got ourselves a... Why did I get hit by that? We're gonna die down here, aren't we? No, I jumped up. I would have thought he was gonna throw it toward me. And I'm dead. But not without taking a whole lot of bodies to the grave with me. Let me check the time. Okay, yeah, we've done a lot in this episode, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to call it there because we've done a lot. But that's all we're gonna do because we've done a lot, and this episode is kind of long now. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, today's episode. We got a lot done. by which I mean we mostly just got a lot of money. But if you want to see more of Rogue Legacy in the next episode, in which I start to take on Ponce de Leon, by which I mean Herodotus, then I just hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.